The Masked Man by Haydon Simpson and Piper Jernigan. A few years ago, a mom and a daughter went through a terrible event. A little kid that went to the daughter Katie's school watched her walk to school every day until she did something wrong. One day, the mom Karen got a phone call from the principal that the daughter got in a fight with a boy named Michael Myers. Michael didn't hit back because he knew he would get in trouble. Michael secretly wanted revenge on her in some way. On Halloween night, Katie went trick-or-treating with her friends. When they started walking back home after a long night of getting candy, the friends saw a masked man. They thought it was a Halloween costume, but it wasn't. The masked man ran to one of the friends while the group wasn't looking. He kidnapped her and took her to his house. The group just assumed she already went back to her house early, but she wouldn't answer the phone later that night. Maybe she just went to sleep early. After Katie got out of the shower, she looked out her window. There was the masked man. Katie knew calling the cops wouldn't help, and if she went to get her mom, he would just run away. As stupid as this man was, he was a genius in all the wrong ways. He knew when Katie went to school, got back from school, her friends and family. He had a plan, and the plan was to ruin her life. Little did Katie know, this masked man was the Michael Myers kid she hit years ago. Slowly but surely, he started to ruin her life, following her to school every day, making her so nervous. The thing was, he wanted nothing to do with killing her. He just wanted to torture her. He would play with her mind. He would leave when the cops came. When Katie would look away for a second, the man would be gone. Katie tried to not let this creepy man who she hit in school ruin her life. She just couldn't. Katie couldn't do anything but sit there and think. All she did was close her blinds and lock every door. It wasn't safe at all. He could break a window and kill her. She was terrified. Michael Myers came to her house every other night with a knife. The other night being when he goes to the old woman's house. The old woman wasn't aware that he was still watching her. You might be wondering, why would he be watching an innocent old woman? He watches her because he needed something to do while he wasn't watching Katie. She realized his routine. He came to her house every other night because he needed more time to think and plan what he was going to do next at the old woman's house. Or he went to Katie's house every other day so he wouldn't get caught as easily. Katie decided enough was enough. She had to make a plan, and she had to make one now. After a long night of thinking, Katie finally had an idea. Her idea was to let this creepy man come to her house one more time. She would leave cameras outside of her house where she had seen the man days before. She would then leave the front door wide open to lure him in. Katie hid in a closet and waited for the cops to come first so they could hide with her to catch this man. A few hours later, the man came in, and Katie ran out for the man to capture her. The cops had busted out with their guns and caught this man, Michael Myers. A few weeks later, Michael Myers was thrown in jail for a life sentence. Katie felt like 1,000,000 pounds had just been lifted off of her shoulders. This horrific nightmare was over. The man would no longer interfere with Katie's life.